Hello everyone, today we will talk about the transit of Ceres. Transiting Ceres is in square to natal Pluto. How transiting Ceres will behave in a square with natal Pluto depends on the position of natal Pluto. This transit may be more prominent in your life if you already have planets in aspect to your natal Pluto. But the basics are as follows. When transiting Ceres squares natal Pluto, we get a time of intense power struggles with work colleagues, profound transformations in our personal routines, and potential turmoil in the health areas of our lives. This fierce confrontation with the way we provide and receive our services, guilt, and power intertwine, asking us to look at what we are trying to save and what we are trying to own. Ultimately the tension between all of which prompts change. So during this period, we will certainly have difficulty reconciling our feelings of power and authority with the desire to care for ourselves and others. Individuals will feel as if the universe is simultaneously stirring into the cauldron of their deepest needs and fears. But no, they have not suddenly become the main character in a psychological thriller. They are simply experiencing one of the deepest emotional upheavals that astrology has to offer, that is, the transit challenges you to balance your need for daily care with a strong urge for personal growth and empowerment. Whether you feel like you're in a thriller or not, the transit will certainly stir up a primal hunger for belonging, a need for protection, and a fear of losing what's important to you. With each new transit, there is a recollection of times of scarcity, if there were any in previous contacts, and these echo through current settings, holding on tighter, overgiving, or turning away before someone rejects us. On the other hand, the friction of the square reveals the bargains we've made with ourselves. If I give enough, I'll be safe, and if I don't need anything, I can't be hurt. It's raw and honest, because the body remembers what the mind has forgotten. But it's necessary to go through loss and let go of the past so you can embrace greater power and emotional stability. This is an important time to face your fears and work through the challenges of letting go of the past, and working with this energy means allowing yourself to grow. Caring doesn't have to be a contract, and power doesn't have to be a weapon. When we explain it to ourselves in this way, we will notice that the moment before we tighten up, we can choose a different rhythm, that there are boundaries that hold without suffocating, that there is generosity that nourishes without scoring, and that there are demands that respect the dignity of both parties. Ultimately, we transform guilt, control, and survival myths into fertile ground for a more stable, kinder way of feeding life. As we have already stated, nurturing yourself through the difficult process of letting go and accepting change and healing is one way to observe. Rather than viewing this transit as a predetermined fate, see it as an invitation to explore and reflect on the interplay of these two powerful energies within you. Ceres and Pluto are not on good terms, and the square usually brings to the surface simmering issues of control, attachment, and letting go. If you find yourself struggling with feelings related to your sense of security, your need for comfort, or your approach to self-care, embrace the potential for personal transformation that comes from this aspect, for it is through navigating challenges and finding balance that you can truly grow and develop. Do not despair. Even though routines that once seemed safe now seem limiting, or relationships that provided warmth now reveal hidden power dynamics. You do not have to choose between caring and strength. You are called here to become both, gentle at the core and pure at the edges. When old panic arises, stop and name it, for that is the moment when you witness the urge to control, that is the moment when you regain the freedom to love. Simply relax and explore the depths of your emotional landscape, acknowledging both your need for security and your desire for personal power. With the fear of abandonment, individuals will experience an extremely strong intense anxiety about being left alone, which ultimately leads to clinginess, possessiveness, and suffocation in relationships. Yet on the other hand, difficulties arise in intimate relationships. Such dominance struggles in sexual relationships go to the point where individuals simply cannot control themselves. This need for security leads to unhealthy relationships and attachments, where individuals test or question their partners to ensure their loyalty. However, expect this transit to last from about a week to 10 days, depending on the speed of Ceres and whether it retrogrades through your Pluto position, which of course will further complicate matters, as the emotional temperature will quickly rise and bring sudden desires for transformation or even a compulsion to get rid of old habits. It is essential for you to remember that this is a cosmic weather pattern, not a permanent climate change. However, as with all squares, the discomfort is temporary, but the growth and consequences are permanent.